Hey guys, I personally seen over 1,000 112 trades, verified trades, and I know where each 112 trader is going wrong, and I want to show you how to fix these. Because if these are left unchecked, you could lose tens of thousands of dollars on your 112 trades if they're not set up correctly. So let's dive in to the 6 deadliest mistakes that I see most 112 traders make. So if we're looking at it here, mistake number 1 is that you're not hedging correctly. Guys, 112s have a lot of exposure. You have a lot of sold puts on futures, and if the market crashes, we're talking about huge losses. And so if you don't hedge your accounts correctly, it's not going to work. Now, what does hedging correctly mean? It means that your total account risk is equivalent to your total hedge protection. And so now 112s are amazing because they can be turned into hedges, but we want to make sure that the number of hedges we have on is equivalent to the amount of risk that we have in the account. So let me move my face real fast. What is account risk? Account is the sum of all your open trades hitting their stop loss. Let's say you have 5 trades, and if each trade hits your stop loss, that's let's just say a $5,000 loss. So $5,000 loss times 5 trades, that's a $25,000 loss you'll take if they hit your stop loss. So that's what my account risk is, $25,000. Now, what is my total hedge protection? Well, it's the amount of money I'll make from my hedges if the market drops. So now I need to determine how much my hedges will make. And I want it to be equivalent or hopefully more than 25,000 so that I know my hedges are balanced out. A lot of people just love taking the 112 profits. They don't convert them into proper hedges, and now they're screwed when the market turns back and they have this huge $25,000 loss. I've seen it, okay? So again, if you use the options auto trader, which is a way to automate your 112s, it shows you all these numbers. So it shows you what your crash protection is, and you want to make sure that your crash protection total is equivalent to what the cost or risk on the account is. And so again, that's kind of how you want to structure this, is make sure your account risk is equivalent to your hedge protection. If you have a hard time determining your hedge protection, you can use a tool like the options auto trader. Now, mistake number 2 is getting bored. Guys, a lot of 112 traders get bored, and this is where I've seen so many traders give back profits they should not have given back. They see the 112 and it's so consistent, but it's slow, right? It takes about a month for a trade to finish. They close, they make about a 12% return on their money, which is insane, but they don't see it or they don't recognize the power of it because of how slow or long it took for them to get that profit. And instead what they do is they go, oh look, zero DTE trading, and they start doing that. Oh look, credit spread trading, and they start doing that. Oh look, day trading, all this stuff, and they start pursuing these different avenues, and then it leads them to giving back a lot of profits that they previously made from their 112s because they're trying these stupid strategies, when instead you need to understand sometimes the boring stuff is the best stuff. And so if you can see here, this normal curve of progress is what it looks like if you stick with 112s instead of jumping to all these other strategies, losing money with them, and then your 112s are having to pay out its wins to cover these losses instead. So guys, understand 112s get boring, but they're the most consistent and most profitable trade around right now, and you need to be okay with it being boring because that's how money is really made. Next is being over leveraged. I see so many 112 traders over leveraging. Guys, your buying power being used should be no more than 50% of your account value. Okay, so if you have a $10,000 account, you should have no more than $5,000 in your or in trades. So right, if let's just break that down again, if you have $100,000, you should have no more than $50,000 in active trades. Okay, do you understand that? If we break this down based on account size, it looks like this. So based on a positional understanding of this, if you have a $10,000 to $50,000 account, you should be trading the MES 112s, which are a lot smaller, and entering 1 to 2 times a week. Okay, so again, very small position sizing. If you're trading a 50,000 to 100,000, you're trading ES 112s once a week, and your max cap should be 1 position as you go each week, and you shouldn't scale with that. You don't start scaling ES until you get to a $100,000 account where you can do 112s, you can enter twice a week, and then you can start scaling your position sizing. So guys, regardless of where you are, make sure you're trading the right asset and you're sizing your account correctly so that when a pullback does happen, you're not screwed and scared and losing thousands, all right? Mistake number 4 is worst case planning. I see a lot of people ignore the fact that 2020 happened where the market literally crashed 10 to 20% in a matter of 2 weeks. Guys, if that happens, you're hitting all your stop losses and you're probably not even getting out at the correct stop loss level, okay? So which means you're losing more. And I say that because number one, as I mentioned, you need to make sure you're hedging correctly. And number two, make sure to understand worst case planning. So what I do is I use the Bollinger Band to understand when the market is overextended. When it's overextended is when the market is above this blue line. That's when I close out of my positions to keep on my hedges. And so that's how I avoid like pullbacks like this, and other different market crashes. So I use a Bollinger Band to show me when the market is trading outside of its ranges, and then I don't trade the 112 during that phase. And it helps me avoid most of these major turndowns and major crashes. Now, again, if you want to enable this by default because you hate reading charts, you can use a tool like the Options Auto Trader link down below, which you can enable this market crash safeguard, and it will do this for you. When it's at a high risk, it won't let you put on the 112 trades and will instead hedge your accounts. Next is mistake number 5, not using stop losses. Again, because I have access to over 1,000 112 trades, verified trades, I can see the data. And I've also done back tests with this. If you do not have a stop loss on a 112, your average loss per trade when you lose is $13,600. Guys, are you okay with losing $13,000 on a single trade? You shouldn't be if you are. That's just too much. Now, when you use a stop loss around the 200 to 300% level, you can actually cap your loss to around $5,000, which is literally a third of what it would be if you didn't use a stop loss. So now, what does this look like? Well, again, you can see here that the Options Auto Trader shows you what your total profit will be, and then what your total loss will be, and then how close you are to your take profit or your stop loss. But let's calculate the expected returns. All right. So again, we know that a 112, let's just say on the safer end, has a 93% win rate. So again, if we have a 93% win rate, and we have the chance of making 850 with the chance of having a 7% loss rate and losing 2,000, that means we're going to net $640 long term. Expected returns long term, we're going to make good money. Now, if we had to have no stop loss and we do the same expected return, we're only going to have a $90 return, which is really cool because it's positive, which means we're going to make money long term, but we're going to have a lot of huge losses, and it's not nearly as good as what it would be if we had a stop loss. So make sure you're using stop losses and you're monitoring them every single day so that you don't overextend your stop loss. If you don't have time for it, use a tool like the Options Auto Trader that can watch for stop losses on your account, like literally 24/7. All right, the last and final mistake is emotions. Guys, so many of you guys are like, yeah, the 112 is passive, but then you're still letting emotions dictate your trading. What does emotions look like when you're doing this? It means waiting for the perfect entry where you're like, okay, I need to time it here, I need to chart it, I need to do this, I need to do that. Now, again, it's good to kind of understand that red days make you more credit or make you more money, so it's best to do that. But again, it's putting off trades because you're scared to enter. It's also those who push back their stop losses because they think the market will recover, and they're not doing that. So guys, don't let emotions dictate your trading. If you're someone who that is common for, then you need to help remove those emotions by using an automated trading system like the Options Auto Trader. But regardless, these are the 6 biggest trading mistakes. If you would like my free PDF that walks you through so much more about the 112, but also the 6 biggest mistakes and how I fix them, then again, you can click the link down below to get access to this free PDF. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.